Oh, it's coming back on Twitch. People are digging it. Too immersive. Pie in the face. Greg Louganis, people remember. Donnie gets it, so God bless him.
That's important, you know?
We have one fan who understands.
So are we fully up, Justin?
We are back on Twitch.
Yeah, I think we're back.
Okay.
Fabulous. It was Anita Bryant. Blame her.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
So JD is propped up on his skateboard. You are 10 feet away from Anita. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab the wheels that are kind of kicked up a bit and flip the skateboard and shove it at her because there's actually like some blades on the edge of the board.
Oh, when did those get there?
They've always been there.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm such a silly goose. It's funny just because I took such detailed notes and I never wrote down blades. I'm kidding. I'm picturing like punky spikes.
Yeah, exactly. Like he kind of like they kind of modded him on there. Yeah, it's like what you would put on like a jacket, but
yeah, exactly. Okay, so you have the skateboard and you run over, closing the distance, and then you shove it forward and you give me a roll, please.
Okay. I got a 3.
You got
my
a
attack
3?
is now a 3.
Yeah, and we said that on the money was a success. So you hit Anita Bryant with your brand new attack damage, which has increased thanks to your whistle, for 3.
Pew.
You go. Where do you think the skateboard hits her?
I think I was just going for the gut kind of thing.
Okay, great. So she's wearing that pantsuit, and there are some buttons there. So unfortunately, it is not a lethal hit, but the spikes do go in and bounce back, and she's and that same sort of gunpowdery black. Oh my God, Quinn! Black glittery dust comes out of 3 little holes and sort of floats in the air, but she still is floating, and her eyes have gotten narrow, and she's angry.
I like the idea that she has strategically placed buttons on the pantsuit to protect like vital organs.
100%. That's the trouble. These people are thinkers. They strategize.
They do, yeah.
Next up is Justin.
So Blake is going to hang out in the back, and he is going to use his inspirational cheerleading abilities to boost what everyone else is doing, and he's going to use the first cheer that he's been workshopping based on these VHS tapes that he's been watching. And he's going to stand up really straight, hands down by his side, reach out, and he's going to start clanging the 2 maces together. And he's going to say, "Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? You need to go where everybody knows your name. Reagan High."
Please give me a roll, and please, God, let it succeed.
Everyone, hold hands.
That is a 2.
2, that is under. That is a success. Well done. That is a crazy great cheer. And also product placement, which is very important to our sponsors, the 80's. For
Just
that,
a decade sponsored us.
Yes, I'm going to give everyone a +1 temporary HP, like an armor shield. So that will, if you are attacked and hit, that will take 1 point of the damage that gets you.
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Well done. Sorry, next is Allie.
WEIH.
Okay, so I think I'm going to take my rope, which I have fashioned into a lasso.
Fab.
And I'm going to try to lasso Anita Baker with it. And as I throw my rope at her, I'm going to yell, "Suck oranges, you!" Keyword, because I won't cuss.
you shout B word at her?
Yeah.
You said Anita Baker.
It's like in Lord of the Flies when they go like, sucks to your ass, more. You know? No? Okay.
I read that so long ago.
Cool.
Let me double check something very quickly, please. Yours is.
But I love that as a
oh,
detail of
this
Nancy,
is
she
fun.
can't curse.
Nancy. I would say, sort of just on instinct, you are using your patron abilities
Oh.
by using this rope. So your patron scores a 3 right now. Please give me a roll, and let's see what happens.
I want to know the patron.
I got a 1.
Hey!
Ooh. So that is a critical success.
Yes.
So that stat is going to go up by 1. So your patron score is now a 4. And because it is a critical success, well effing done, the rope flies around, cinches both of Anita's hands to her sides, and she comes to the ground, unable to keep floating. And while she normally levitates 2 oranges around her, they have both fallen, and she's sort of just writhing and can't move. So well done. Quinten.
I'm going to try to use my houndstooth again.
Fab.
I'm going to throw it at her. She's like 5 feet away, you said?
And I appreciate that
let me
you're
take these.
actually wearing a tooth around your neck.
Yes.
She's 5 to 10 feet away, perfectly within range of the houndstooth, because we gave you 20 feet last
20
round.
feet. Okay, I'm going to roll. Got a 1.
You got a
Yeah.
1,
Heck
Yeah.
yeah!
which is a critical success. That stat will go up by 1. So
Magic hand.
your goth stat is now at 4.
Woo!
Critical success. Your normal attack value is 2, correct?
Correct.
Well, it's critical, so we do double damage here.
So it's 4.
Yes, it is, and that is going to take Anita out.
Yes!
Hey!
You are doing much better in combat than I thought, which is great.
Okay.
And exactly what I planned. So Quinn, how about you tell me how Anita goes out?
Okay, so I rip off the houndstooth and I throw it at her. It sails through the air, punches her in the throat, comes out, whips back around through her temple, back around again, straight through her forehead, out the back, and back into my hand.
This is like the world's worst, connective earring.
And it's dripping
that-
her Anita Bryant blood.
Multiple piercings.
Well done. As that happens, you do see the same glittery gunpowder dust floating away from her, and her eyes open, and you see a moment of revelation, where she realizes how she spent the energy of her one life, and how futile that has been.
In the name of hate and bigotry. Ma'am.
And then as she goes, she tastes orange juice, and whatever awaits her and whatever's after, that's not for me to decide. She does sort of disappear and dissolve into that same gunpowdery dust, but when that settles, you see one big whipped cream pie with 5 slices cut into it, floating in the air and smelling really, really good.
Oh,
do we grab
Thank goodness.
the pie?
I'm so hungry. Blake
You
goes.
did say you're hungry.
Blake goes ahead, grabs one. Ow. Bites
Roger.
into it.
Malakai grabs one.
Great.
How's
It's rude
that
to look a
big
gift
pie
horse in
tray?
the mouth.
I mean,
Everybody takes pie?
we're all eating the pie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, there's 1 slice left.
Yeah.
Roger eats that too.
Oh.
Hungry farm boy.
Never met a pie I didn't like. So
JJ, I will say if you don't eat the pie, then you're going to have to mute the stream and close your eyes.
I'm not gonna eat bigot pie. That's just
Okay, so
That's
mute
just
the
what it
stream
comes
and
down
close
to.
your eyes.
It's not bigot pie.
It's made from a
It's-
bigot. It's bigot
the-
pie.
It's the destruction of
Judy, I made up the
Pie.
universe. It's not bigot pie.
It's celebration pie for
It
the
is.
soul of bigot.
It is.
Yes,
It's a
Allie,
celebratory
celebration
pie.
pie.
Yeah.
It's like in video games when you hit a trash can and a whole turkey comes out.
It is
Like a whole-
precisely.
like
it is a
roast turkey,
reward treat.
Okay, fine. I'll
Eat
eat
the
it.
pie, anime.
You
Thank
can only
you.
destroy hate with love, and pie equals love. Ergo, eat the pie.
You can't argue that logic. Yes.
With
By the
pie-
transitive property.
Only pie can drive out hate.
with the most delicious pie you've ever eaten, settling on your taste buds and then just like gently going down your little throats. You get another memory. Yay!
Yay! Tell us our memory, please.
Great. You are back in your large crystal chamber. How exciting. You see that the shadow has coalesced into that figure from before, the shadowy figure. He approaches you. You are all now pinned against the walls, scared, alone, without your weapons. And in some of the same language as Anita, oh, they might be connected. He says, my dear wardens, peacekeepers across the universe, calling on your patrons to aid you. Mhm. You will not stop me because I cannot be stopped. I am forever renewing, forever reincarnating, regrowing, even if you pluck me root and stem. The seedlings have been sown across the universe, and I will pop up, sometimes where you least expect it. I am everywhere. And you all wait, and you're breathing heavy, and you're sweating, and you're nervous, and you're scared, and you have no idea how to get the F out of here. And you hear someone from behind this dark, gloomy, shadowy figure. And they say, "So are we." And they punch through the head of this shadowy figure, a bright, glowing pink fist, and you see that it is none other than Sylvia motherfucking Rivera.
Oh
Yeah!
my god. Oh my
And
god.
She has punched through the head of the shadow in this memory,
Hell yeah.
causing the shadow to like skeet out everywhere. And then as you're all eating the pie, you open up your eyes as if you all have just been punched in the friggin' forehead, and you all fall on the ground. You're like, because you've all just been punched. But then, Allie, when you go to reach to like massage your forehead, you're like, oh crap, there is a lipstick in your hand.
What shade?
Tell me.
I'm gonna say it's the 80s.
Mhm.
So say bubblegum pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, great for your coloring.
What brand?
So cute.
That's like immediately.
I live.
So you,
What?
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Oh
Oh,
Look
cool.
you have your lipstick, and you feel the strong and loud and just like gonna take no guff from no person energy of Sylvia Rivera fall next to you and around you. And the reason we chose lipstick, guys and gals and non-binary pals, is because that was one of the things that Sylvia was given when she sort of reclaimed her identity, and one of the things that she wore even when she was very young, to be like, I look good in lipstick, this is my lipstick, go fucking me. So she's with you, and in doing that, Allie, in getting your lipstick from your patron, you now have your patron stat, which is at 4 from you already doing it. Your attack has gone up by 1. Well done. And from before when we said that you could do something special with the rope, it's because Sylvia was so good and was so focused on building community and was a lifelong New Yorker. You feel a connection to like the earth and metal bending sort of powers where you can take the infrastructure and bend it to your will through your power of community building as a student governor.
How cool!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Oh,
Love it.
that's for you. Anita's
Connor,
dead.
this world is so freaking cool.
I hope it's going well. I had fun making it, and thank you for the opportunity. Let's see what happens. That happened. That happened. That happened. So now we sort of know who we are. Our memories are coming back. You know, we are the wardens. We are the conduits of our patrons. We don't necessarily know who all of our patrons are, but you do sort of get that that's the vibe. I hope. Does anyone feel lost? I suppose.
No.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Great. So we're moving in the right way. And we're on schedule. I'm sorry if anybody has plans, but I think we're where I want to be. So now you're in the cafeteria. I did say there were circular tables earlier. After you've defeated Anita, one of them has folded up like all the seats, like spun in a circle and collected, and then went in, and the circle fell into the floor, screwed in, and then fell deeper again. Quinten, I'm not sure that you can see that, but I promise it did happen.
I guess we go down again.
Deeper?
Perhaps
Yeah.
the only way through is through. What's that line from The Descent?
The only way out is in.
Through.
Thank you. The only way out is through. Yeah.
I
Oh.
sure do feel better hopping in knowing that Nancy's super powered over here. I gotta say that was mighty impressive what you did back there.
Oh, well,
That's pretty cool.
thank you so much. But I'm also so impressed with everything you've been doing, and you're so strong. And I know that you have some amazing powers that we're going to see soon too. So, like, let's just
Oh
talk.
no, I don't know about that.
And we got the Greg Louganis energy. Like, there's so much happening. And actually, since we're diving down into a really deep cavern, I'm really glad that we have Greg Louganis with us.
Yeah,
Actually,
Roger, go.
it's a
Roger,
very good
go.
point.
With mentioning that, I'm like, yeah, I guess because we have that, and in the most uncharacteristically thing, for Stone to do, they kind of like do like the little pose just before a dive and jump into the pit.
Fabulous. With
They don't
that-
dive. They just leap, but they like do the whole pose like they're about to, and then they just like leap
Yeah,
forward.
right.
It's
They're
okay.
still getting used to it. You know,
Yeah.
it takes time to remember.
Blake,
Traditionally, Blake, you're kind of next.
Blake shouts after Stone and says, "Wait! We didn't check to make sure there were crash pads down there."
JD, go ahead, please, and give me a roll.
Okay. Ugh. 4.
4. We did say on was on the money, so you succeed because this is a patron roll.
Oh.
So well done. As M Stone is falling with that Greg Louganis energy in the dive, there is like a wafting of blue aura coming up. So when you jump down the hole, it won't be just like a plummet. It's more of just like a
Just a gentle.
just like a gentle little.
Okay,
You're sinking to the bottom of a pool in a good way.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
So feel free to jump down the hole or leave M Stone forever alone. Push a table in after him. See what happens.
Sinking like a stone.
Like a stone. What would you all like to do?
Out of here.
So you
Malakai
said,
just wants daylight.
I think Roger's gonna shove Malakai into the hole.
So mean.
again. So you said that when we were getting our memory, we were in the crystal place again, that our weapons disappeared. Does that mean that my pom poms are no longer welded to my hands, or
No, your pom poms are in your hands.
they're in my hands?
They're welded.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, totally.
Blake jumps in.
Woo!
Well, I guess it's the same of us. And Nancy holds her hand out to Roger.
And Roger grabs it! And then the last two again, they jump in together.
Oh my god.
So cute.
Nancy starts counting. 1, 2, and then Roger just jumps.
You're gonna get the bonded spat really soon. Great.
That's
So
cute.
you have landed safely on the ground thanks to Greg Louganis. Well done,
Thank
Greg.
you.
Well done,
Greg
M. Stone.
Louganis.
Thank you, Greg.
Greg Louganis.
And you just hear like somewhere a mustache whistling in the wind.
I'm sorry. We hear a mustache.
No, you
rustling
feel
in the-
You hear the
feel
sound of the
mustache.
Oh, I
hairs.
don't love that. I
No,
don't
Greg
like-
Louganis has like a really good mustache.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
ass
Oh.
mustache.
Legendary.
Yes,
leg-
that's
Sorry.
This is a
Oh,
legit thing. My dad started growing a really nice mustache in the late 80s, early 90s because of I don't remember. Never mind. It's a bad story.
I told one earlier.
Yeah.
You are now
go
in a room, and I know it's becoming cliche, but the only light is the spotlight from the hole above you. You're all safe there. You do feel like this room is probably smaller than the gym and cafeteria, but bigger than the classroom. What would you like to do? And remember, you can use your abilities. More and more things are coming back. You are not just a goth. You're sort of a magic goth. You're not just a cheerleader. You are a magic cheerleader. So go crazy. What would you like to do in this dark room?
Blake is going to conjure two ghostly cheerleading teammates to go and scout the room.
Ooh, wow. Big yes. Let's go ahead and give that a roll. Also, because they're ghostly, Malakai, do you want to get in on this and help the roll?
Sure.
Okay, so let's have both of you roll, please.
Death power and team power together as one.
I got a 5.
Okay, so Justin got a 5, which is over, which is a fail. Quinn got a 3, which is under, which is a success. So
On the money.
you other three, no, because Quinn's at a 4 now. You other three see, Blake conjuring these ghosts and Malakai supporting, and you see it sort of shimmering in and out. Does anyone want to do anything about that?
With farmer, plant, and or sun powers, I think Roger takes a deep breath and tries to lend some support.
Because where do ghosts come from but the graves they are buried in?
And
In
that's
the ground.
dirt. And
So
what does
it's-
Roger know better than dirt?
How to please a woman. Or a man. Hey!
Hey!
Let's give Roger a roll, please, under his
Oh, boy.
farmer stat.
So do I add? I fell off my table. I'm so sorry. Do I add something for my farmer stat? My farmer stat is 3, and I rolled a 3.
Yay, on the money. The ghosts of the cheerleaders come. Go. And they're like very ethereal, like elfin. Like, thank you so much for summoning us. We have been in that, like very Zelda. I have to tell you about that playthrough. Anyway, so as requested, they scout the room and they light it up, thank goodness. And what we see is ideal.
Okay.
You're in this room, which again is that like mid-size, and there are many small holes on the walls. Perhaps they are holes that shoot poison darts. Amidst all of that, there's zillions of tripwires. Think like entrapment, like crisscrossing, totally hard to see. You are in a safe circle of light. The floor is stone, like a deep tan stone, not the same like linoleum, brightly lit public school stuff you've been seeing. This part feels like ancient, like a tomb. You're in a safe circle, and then let me see how many feet across the room. 40 feet away, on a pedestal against stone, is a big red button. There is a timer on the wall, and as soon as the room lights up, the timer starts going. Not a very long amount of time.
How high off the ground is the lowest tripwire? Does it look like?
Like 3 inches. It's like you can make it through carefully, but you have to like be careful or be very creative. And then also, if you do the tripwire, who's to say that all of them are connected to anything? No, they're like crisscrossed through the whole area of the room. So you have to yeah, exactly. But it's wire for no reason. It could have been lasers.
We're gonna die.
Malakai.
Oh, Malakai, hang in there, buddy. All right, let me give something a try. And Roger's gonna earthbend. Yes, earthbend.
Earthbend.
I was waiting for a reaction. Roger's gonna earthbend.
There's someone in the group who has the potential to earthbend.
But it's not Roger?
Roger can try and sort of feel what happens. In fact, yeah, give me a roll, please.
No.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Roger, I want Roger to stand there trying to make it happen.
Give me a roll.
Oh.
I got a 5.
Damn it.
You got a 5.
So
That is a fail. That was from your patron stat, because this is like magic in my head. So you pull at the ground, and you do feel a small root system growing, and then a tiny little seedling does come up, but then it withers.
what the holy sea biscuit?
The timer is still ticking, and you need to make it 40 feet to the big red button.
All right, Blake is going to use his cheerleading acrobatics and prowess to try
Fabulous.
to make it around.
Great. You can make 10 feet if you have a successful roll here.
Easy. That's a 1.
You got a 1, which is under, so that's a critical success. That stat is going to go up by 1, so your cheerleading is now a 5.
Oh no.
Congratulations, though, you have made it 20 feet
Yeah.
instead of just 10.
Malakai, I think you might be the answer here. You have death, and dirt is full of dead people, or dead people are full of dirt, or something.
One of those.
One of those, but thank you, Palm Hunter.
That's Sir Hunter. No.
Malakai, do you feel a connection with the earth right now?
I feel
He feels dramatic and hair tossy, but beyond that, do you feel a connection?
They're
with
feeling the music.
I do feel it too.
They're dancing like no one's watching.
What would you like to do, Malakai?
Now that this is Blake. Now that one of us is outside of the circle of protection, please use caution.
Sorry. That tickled me.
I guess I'll try to earthbend.
Okay.
Nancy, could you talk him into it? Could you boost him up?
Whatever y'all want to do, whatever order. We're not.
You want me to boost him up?
I said Nancy.
You're
Is your
in the
name
middle of
Nancy?
some
I didn't hear
wires.
Nancy, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I missed that. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't hear Nancy either.
Sorry. My connection.
No, it's okay. Yeah, Malakai, I can give you a boost when teamwork makes the dream work out of this. Let's do it.
Okay.
Nancy, please give me a roll, and it's going to be your politics roll. Even though Sylvia Rivera was a great community builder, those powers are more magic-y, and we're going to use your politics powers.
Okay. I got a 5.
You got a 5. That's a failure, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kind of saying it to myself, too. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
It wasn't a critical failure, so there's no penalty to Malakai, but it did not help them either.
Oh, sorry. I just put lotion on my hand.
Can somebody help me?
You're
You
fine.
can help yourself. That's one of the ways to discover your strength.
You're fine.
You know what? You're right. I'll help myself.
Get
What would you
it.
like to do?
Lift myself up.
Like, do you mean take your leg and lift it up?
I think he
I don't
means
know, I'm not sure what to
emotionally.
Mm.
Yeah, emotionally.
Justin, that's a great word choice. Yeah, try that.
Do I roll for that?
You do.
Okay. Not a failure, not a failure. 4.
Unfortunately, when you're concerning your own emotions, that's going to be your patron skill.
Oh.
And your patron skill right now is a 3, so 4 is over, so that's a failure. But
Wait.
no negative consequences.
Oh, okay, I'm in.
So that's good. Anyone else who hasn't tried anything yet? JD and Elaine.
I'll try to do what Blake did.
Which is finagle your way through the wires.
Yeah.
Great. Give me a roll, please.
That's a 1.
You got a 1, which is a critical success. Your punk score is going to go up to 4.
Mhm.
So that's good and bad. A critical success, you will have traversed 20 feet into this maze of wire as well. Elaine / Roger. What are you going to do? Just throw your pitchfork through all the tripwires and be like, I'm going to hit the button.
That was literally my first thought. So thank you for telling me that wasn't gonna work.
Not a great idea.
Ooh, ouchies.
I mean, you don't have the range either to throw it.
I think Roger's panicking and can't think of anything that he knows how to do. So I think he's going to take a deep breath and close his eyes and try to commune with his emotions and ask for some spiritual guidance from something he doesn't even know his connection to just yet.
That is very fair. Now let's do the math. You're 3 levels underground. So let's give your die a roll, please, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh no. What did I just... here's... It's a 3.
It's a 3. So that's on the money because we're using your patron skill. So that's good. You are 3 levels down. So you're not getting, it's a long distance call on a crappy network. But you are getting a little feel of push the button and beware the time. Try your best. Trust in knowledge. That's what you're feeling. And I think your aura is green. The aura of your patron is green. I don't know if they would agree with it, but that's just the thing that came to my head. And there are little roots that start coming down from the ceiling, just to let you know, something is above you trying to reach you.
Is that the entirety of my turn?
I mean, you could do something else, yeah. Everyone else got 1. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
Just checking.
So the timer on the wall does click.
How much
Goes-
time is left?
I'm going to say that's a 1/6 of your time. Pretty generous, TBH. Let's say a quarter. No, let's say a quarter. A quarter of the time is gone. And you hear a few clicks, and a golden figure zooms up from behind the red button and goes, "Hi!" And they have a really creepy game show smile. It's Farrah. No, what's her name? Vanna White. Innocent Vanna White.
Oh.
And she is, she's not.
I was like, what?
She's neutral. She's neutral.
She is, yeah, she is. From what I know
She's
of
neutral.
Vanna White, she's neutral.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody knows anything else, update us in the chat. I'm sure it's always lurking.
She's neutral.
Doesn't she have a science background or something? Something insane.
Who the hell knows?
I know Rachel Riley from Countdown has multiple PhDs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Vanna White pops up and she goes, "Hi, welcome to the Tripwire room. It's so great to finally be able to speak after 30 years of not being allowed to speak, except in the first few minutes and the last minute. Now, all those holes in the wall, they're a little... If you want to avoid that, I just need you to answer one simple question. You get 2 guesses, and all of you can talk to each other throughout. Alrighty? Everybody understand the rules?
Sure.
Great. Now, what year was the word homosexual added to the Bible? You must be within 20 years. So 20 years above or 20 years below. You get 2 guesses. I'm not going to take anything as a guess until you be like, this is our guess. So you can talk freely.
So we all collectively only get 1 guess.
You get 2 guesses as a group.
Got it.
And like, let me know like this is our guess, and then that will count. But like, please speak freely amongst yourselves.
I feel like the 1920. I feel
Yeah.
like it's this century.
It
or
sounds-
Well, 20th century is mine. I feel like early 20th century.
It does seem
No,
like
no,
that.
no, 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 no. I don't think that's
And no
correct.
Googling, Quinn.
Oh, I'm not Googling.
I don't think that's correct because recently, I won't say why, but I've had to research certain verses of the Bible, and the
Yes, get the southern
translation-
one with the details.
Translation that
Sure, yeah.
mentions homosexuality doesn't appear until like the 5th or 6th translation of that verse. So I think it's more recent. I think it's like 1960s or like 65. Feels
I'll take
right.
1960.
I mean, if you want to go with 65 to kind of hedge your bets to be a little bit more
Well,
recent or a little bit.
Yeah,
We
I'm good with
get
that.
2. We get 2. I'm just saying, like, the order of what I was researching is like the oldest translation to English to the most recent is like
Right.
only recently has that one verse been translated to say homosexual or
Yeah.
homosexuality. So it's got to be a recent translation, and they don't change the Bible that often.
The
It's
problem
nothing
is,
like now or Kids
yeah,
Bop.
I was gonna say like
It's
the
fine.
30s, but I would assume he knows more than I do.
yeah, as I
Well,
was
it's a
saying,
20-year. We get a 20-year margin of error, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
we
Right.
maybe what if we said like 1950 and maybe try to split the difference?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like
yeah, we
that.
could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
say that?
1950, first answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay, you're within the margin.
Wait.
The word homosexual was added to the Bible in 1946.
Wow.
It replaced a word that translates into pedophile. So I wonder why they did that, to quote the Vine where I
Oh,
learned this
wow.
fact.
Yeah.
So, or is it TikTok, not a Vine?
Well, because they don't have a
but-
problem with pedophiles.
Unless they're accusing gay men of being pedophiles, then it's a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Those are the ones they don't like. But the straight guys who are pedophiles, they'll let them slide.
If you want to
Mhm.
fuck a little girl, that's fine, guys.
But a little
If
boy,
you want to fuck a
oh,
little
love
boy,
it.
that's wrong. That's
You
wrong.
got the answer correct.
The
Yay!
Watchers! Yay!
The clock starts ticking again, and you all can have moves again. Whoever wants to go. We have JD and Justin, who are 20 feet from the big red button.
Oh.
Hmm.
You
I
want
would
to
like
try
to go-
again?
Is it? I don't know. It's not my turn. Or does it
There's no order. It's
We're not
whatever y'all want to
doing
do.
turns.
I would like to get closer to the big red button, mostly to huddle to them for safety.
How are you going to do that, Quinn?
I'm gonna shimmy. I don't know.
No, you can shimmy if you want.
Okay, shimmy it is. Can I like Ellen dance? Like, you know how she?
Do you confirm that you want to Ellen dance?
Sure.
Okay, so that's going to
She's
be
gay.
That's going to be a 1 penalty to your goth skill.
No, that's not worth it.
It is happening already. So go ahead and give me a roll, please.
5.
You got a 5. That's already over, so it's already a fail. I won't give you a critical fail, even though it was going to be a +1. So you try to shimmy. You do make it 10 feet in, but you trip a wire.
Jesus.
Uh-oh. Here comes
Okay.
Vanna with another question.
Uh,
Same rules as before. 2 guesses. Talk as a community. Question number 2. What does the P in Marsha P. Johnson's name stand for?
Oh,
pay it
okay.
no mind.
No mind. Yes.
Pay it no mind.
Do you want to do that?
They seem
I
very
do want
confident.
it. Sorry.
Pay it no mind.
I just watched The Death and Life of Marsha P. Johnson last week.
Oh,
Yes. Pay no mind or pay it no mind. Well done. Nothing happens yet. Any other more moves?
yeah. I think
Quinn's like, I'm good.
I think I'll try to move a bit further and closer to the button.
Okay.
At this-
Give
at
me
this-
a roll.
Okay. 2.
You got a 2 on your punk score. That is under. You succeed. Great. You are 10 feet from the button now.
Awesome.
30 feet in. Quinn and JD have gone. You three can do something.
Blake is gonna try his awesome cheerleading nimbleness again to
Okay.
make his way around these wires. Come on, come on, come on.
This could take Justin out of the game.
It could, but it won't, because
Yeah.
it's a 2! Hey!
It's a 2!
Hey.
Fabulous. As under, you succeed. You are also 10 feet closer to the big red button.
Yes.
Allie and Elaine.
Yes. Okay, so I would be nothing without my constituents who voted me into office.
It's true.
So I'm going to summon the power of the voters to push me through and under the wires.
Great. Can I have a roll, please?
I love.
We'll call it the landslide.
What did you get?
I could lie, but I won't. It's a 5.
You got a 5, which is over and a failure. So you do make it 10 feet in, much like Quinn, but time for another question.
A wire.
What instrument did Sister Rosetta Tharpe play?
Well, it'd be very poetic if it was a harp.
Yeah.
The Rosetta Stone.
Do you want those two to be your 2 answers?
Nope. No, we do not. No, we do not. Neither of
We're
us.
No.
brainstorming.
We're just thinking.
The piccolo.
Of course.
No, come on. Something like
What's
Let's
wrong with
pick in the
piccolo?
next 10
piano.
seconds.
Piano?
Piano's a safe bet. What about the violin?
Yeah. Let's start with piano first. Let's see what
Piano.
we get there.
Piano is incorrect.
Oh.
Damn.
What are the chances?
Let's give another 15 seconds for this answer.
Another popular answer, acoustic guitar.
Guitar? Yeah. maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a tambourine.
Tambourine.
Nobody's
No,
like
do
known
guitar.
for-
Guitar.
Oh, that's
guitar,
not a
guitar.
real.
Guitar. Yeah, it's a portable instrument. A lot of people play it. Guitar.
Okay.
Tambourine is the most.
I need
portable
final answer.
instrument.
Tambourine or guitar?
No,
Guitar.
I think it's
Guitar.
Guitar.
Majority
Guitar?
rules.
Guitar rules?
Guitar. Final
Guitar.
answer.
Yeah,
Guitar.
guitar.
Congratulations! Yes,
Hey.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yes, she is known as the godmother of rock and roll, and way before Elvis, Sister Tharpe pioneered using heavy distortion on her electric guitar as well.
Hell yeah.
In addition to Elvis, she can be claimed to influence Johnny Cash, Little Richard, Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, and Keith Richards. She also, this is a little bit up for debate, but like queer historians say that she had a long relationship with a woman named Marie Knight, and they went on tour for like decades together, which I think is really cute and lovely if it's true. If it's not, they're just really good friends, and congratulations. It's nice to have a good friend too.
But as we know, really good friends is code word for historians.
They were just
They were
roommates.
definitely good.
I
They were
don't-
roommates.
I don't want to tell someone else's story, but that's sort of what's going on. Great. The clock is going to go. You have half time left. 2 of you are 10 feet from it. 2 of you are 30 feet from it. 1 of you hasn't moved at all, and that would be Elaine. Still in the circle.
I don't know how helpful I can be. I guess Roger would try to push some plant roots towards the button.
Okay, you want to give me a roll, please?
No. I feel got a 6.
You got a 6. That is over, and it is a critical failure.
Yay.
So your patron stat is going to go down to 2. And because it's a critical failure, your the roots that were above are going to retract into the earth and sort of spring you forward, and you're going to fly into the tripwire area,
Okay.
and you're going to fall over a few tripwires, and some poison darts are going to come out the wall. Give me a roll, please.
At Elaine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Adelaide. You evil, evil bastard.
Just want to make sure it wasn't us.
5.
You got a 5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's over both of your values. I was going to try to give you whatever one works.
No, it's good.
You're going to take 2 points of damage.
Got it.
That's a lot.
It's okay. I'm good.
What's the clock on my whistle?
Yeah, the fight with Anita. I would say 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
Because you were at 7, then you had the fight with Anita, and you did her in very quickly because of the awesome lasso. So
Yeah, that's pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move again towards the button.
great. Give me a roll, please.
3.
3 on your
1, 2, 3.
score. That
My
is
rolls
under-
were 1, 2, 3. That's
You succeed. You are right next to the button. Do you want to press it?
yes.
Great.
Wait,
You press-
actually, before I press it,
I did hear yes.
Ah, damn. it.
No, what do you want to do?
I was just gonna look at oh my god, I can't. Vanna White. I'm just gonna look up at Vanna White and be like, is this okay?
She says, nearly. I just need one more thing from you. So right before you press the button, she puts her hand down, and it's very scary, and you can't get through it. She asks you one more question, same rules, group. I need you to name 2 James Baldwin novels.
Oh shit.
Oh, I got this so good.
This is for all of us.
I just read.
Oh, Beale
There's
Street.
Giovanni's Room. There's If Beale Street Could Talk. There's Notes of a Native Son. I just read. Crap! I just read another Baldwin.
You just read one that I know you just read, and I want you to pick an
Why
alley
am I
of Beale
blanking on the
Street.
title? Giovanni's Room.
Beale Street and Giovanni's Room.
You said 2, right?
Yeah, well done. You fucking did it.
Yeah, that's great.
Elaine,
Elaine just really wanted to flex.
Yeah.
I did, and I just read one.
I've read
embarrassed
all
that
of
I'm
his
blanking on-
works.
You're
No,
thinking of Go
only
Tell It on the
2.
Mountain.
I just read Go Tell It on the Mountain. Thank you.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of the title.
Semi-autobiographical. Well done. Yeah, I mean, one of the most prolific voices out of queer fiction, especially back then. Harlem Native, Beale Street Could Talk was a dramatic film that Barry Jenkins did. He got nominated for Oscars. It's just he's still the tits, if we can use that language.
It's still the same stuff.
Hmm?
Unfortunately, we're still dealing with the same shit.
Oh,
But
that is, yeah, that's the...
Native Son is my favorite.
Hmm?
I read that when I was 11.
Oh, wow. Well, they're out there, folks. Pick them up. Local bookstore. Well done. You press the button, and all of the tripwires go into the walls, and a staircase comes up from where the button was. Vanna White dissipates because she's done her job, and she gets to go home and rest. And thanks, Vanna. And then while you do that, there's a tiny button on the side of the staircase. And let's see who says it. And wouldn't you know it, James Baldwin himself appears behind Malakai, and he points out the little button on the staircase, and he says, Malakai, go press the button.
Okay.
So Malakai presses it. Out of the railing of the spiral staircase that has appeared pops a little book, and the staircase starts moving like an escalator. Because you just get to arrive places. You don't have to walk them.
Oh.
As you all climb the staircase, I need to take a tiny little break, but if anybody else is available, I thought that maybe we could do another spot for the Ochre Project.
I can do it.
Great. I will be back in 45 seconds. And you're all riding up the staircase. It's 3 levels. It takes a time.
We love that. I'm going to read the same blurb as I did before, which was pulled directly from the Ochre Project's website. The Ochre Project is a collective that seeks to address the global crisis faced by Black trans people by bringing home-cooked, healthy, and culturally specific meals and resources to Black trans people wherever they can reach them. Based on individual donations, the Ochre Project pays Black trans chefs to go into the homes of Black trans people to cook them a healthy and home-cooked meal at absolutely no cost to our Black, trans, and gender non-conforming siblings. for those Black trans folks currently experiencing homelessness or whose homes cannot support our chef's cooking. The Okra Project has partnered with institutions like Osborne Association and other community spaces to deliver foods. It's a great, awesome program. We very much encourage you to donate. Link has been shared on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to take my 15-second break.
If you're on Twitch, the link is in the chat. If you're on YouTube, the link is down in the description. Get out of here.
Well, all right.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, sorry about the dead air, guys.
Yeah.
A lot is happening.
If everybody wants to take a quick bathroom break right now.
Yeah, sorry, I should have told people. Yeah, if you want to take 30 seconds. All of a sudden, it was like, must go, otherwise die.
I'm drinking beer, so.
Make your calls.
I didn't have time to create a
I kind of want to
be right back screen.
Right, well, now we can look through the chat a little bit. I hope BLAKE's patron is Norm or Cliff after the cheer. Oh. Was there any queer person on Cheers?
I'm not sure.
I don't believe so.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'd be down for that, though.
I was going to say, no, I don't think that's...
Just saying, if anybody has a phone number.
Let's find
One can dream.
Yeah, do we have anything happening on the YouTube that we should know about?
I don't think so.
No, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope that this has gone well. It's our first go of it. Hope you're all doing well during these trying times.
Does everybody remember
on
Wednesday when we did our test, and I was like, well, this is what it's going to look like. It's not going to be pretty, but this is what it's going to look like. And now look at it. Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh.
Oh, we
So
do
much different.
We have tons of people in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, we've got people. Yeah. We have watchers.
Wait, why
We're being enjoyed, and I'm enjoying this.
It's the homophobic uncle.
Mine must have frozen or something. I don't know.
So I had both up, but I think it's bad for my internet. So I'll switch into YouTube now.
Connor and I had a discussion where I thought about being in our apartment because we live together to do this, and we decided that our internet couldn't handle it, so I ran away to my boyfriend's place.
Smart.
Yeah, Elaine has a boyfriend, everyone. So.
I want everyone to know. This T-shirt on the back says Elaine has a boy. No.
I had a very pleasant conversation with someone on Scruff for like a few days in a row, and they were like really flattering and nice and like charming, and they were like doing good work with their life, and everything was great. And then I had a dream that we were dating, and I was like, that's weird and creepy. I'm sorry to them. And then the next day it blocked me without us even talking. Like the block just came through. So
like they also had your same dream and you both realized this was not a good fit?
I'm just trying not to look it in the face because I am frightened. Are we all back and ready to go?
Ready.
I think so, yeah.
Well, congratulations, my lovers, because you are entering Act 3. That also gives anyone watching like an out time. It's not going to be forever. Don't worry. I hope it's entertaining. Insecurity, it's cute.
Really quick,
Justin?
fun fact.
Yeah.
So there is no, at least in the first season, there was no queer character on Cheers. But in their 16th episode of the first season, Cheers did have an episode called The Boys in the Bar, which narrative deals with homosexuality, coming out, and homophobia. It was inspired by the coming out story of former Los Angeles Dodgers baseball player Glenn Burke.
Okay.
Way to go, Cheers.
Cheers.
Nothing has progressed in the past 4 decades, but way to go, Cheers.
But you know,
that's not Cheers' fault. Okay.
That's true. It's not Cheers' fault.
Cheers was a place where everyone knew where everyone knew your name. So
Everyone knew your name and your
Fine.
pronouns.
yeah, they were trying to welcome everyone.
But not
Except
have-
Shelley
business.
Long. Everybody but Shelley Long. They were trying
Yeah.
I am happy that now you can have like queer characters without their entire first season arc being coming out. Like,
Yeah.
I do like that you could just have that already done, and it
Yeah.
could be about like their parents hate them or something else.
All right, I need to know everyone's patron. Come on.
Sorry. Okay. Well, who? Well, everyone but you and Justin know their patron.
Yeah.
I'm speaking
why
out of a sense of selfishness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hence,
Well, you're-
hence her anger.
Yeah, hence.
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 Well,
Wait, did we get Quinn's patron? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it's,
James
it's
Baldwin.
one of the
Oh, I'm
Baldwin
sorry.
brothers.
I
It's
didn't.
one
We
of the
saw
Baldwin.
James Baldwin, but I was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't put it together that was specifically Malakai's patron. Thank you. Sorry,
It is.
I don't.
Jimmy
I was just like, oh, James Baldwin is here. Cool.
It is. It's he is Malakai's patron, and then Malakai also you have your book now. And when look at you, thank you.
Oh, Quinn.
You feel the book emanating with that same energy, the open air conditioner door energy that you had earlier. And speaking of emotions, you realized that might hold a key to something, that you might be able to influence the emotional state of both the world around you and individual folks. So keep that in mind when you're using your powers.
I'll hold it awkwardly.
No.
Oh no!
No,
Oh
not
no!
here, not here.
Fabulous. I hate that. So because queer royalty doesn't go places, they arrive places. You ride up the staircase and you step out for the first time into the world. What you see is not the rolling green fields and the blue skies and did we lose Quinn?
No, he just turned his video off.
Oh, okay. What you don't see is the blue skies and the green fields and everything, but you do see a barren sort of crash site. Things are on fire. There was a building that you were in, but most of it has been demolished, and you see your giant crystal ship is sort of lodged in the earth after having fallen. Remember that earlier memory when you had all the G-forces and everything? So that is a crash site. The sky is dark with the same blue-gray, inky tendrils of that big boss, and more of the student body from the gym awaits you, standing there in endless legions, but this time their mandibles are already out. Luckily, at the top of the staircase, Elaine, you see a flower growing in the ground, persevering through the decimated earth. What would you like to do with that flower?
I think Roger finds it like a little captivating and strange, and is sort of like, not to spite himself, but not quite knowing why he's doing it, like leaning towards it, cradling it gently in his hand and smelling it.
And as you smell it, its stem wraps around your wrist
Woo!
and crawls up your arm like a little octopus thingy. It's scary for a second, and it finds its way to your head, and next to the flower blooms more, and you have a flower crown that weaves its way and into your hair, and it settles gently, and you feel its coolness, maybe a few drops of dew. And in doing that, who appears before you but the one and only Marsha P. Johnson?
Oh my god!
From over Nancy's shoulder, Sylvia Rivera gives Marsha a little wave. And because Marsha was such a good, again, grower of community and leader, and she just persevered, and in my head at least, or in my understanding, just like, I mean, she grew a movement, you know? I mean, there's the institution now, there's, in terms of like who actually threw the first brick and who did all, like, I don't care as long as we honor everyone and say like, yes, they were a part. It doesn't matter to me, the initial first action, but like, I got my civil rights, and her just like freaking bursting out like a seed from the earth. So that's why Marsha is going to have nature powers, Sylvia, earthy city ones. And she just gives you a kind smile and then settles back into the ether, and you have your little flower crown. Allie, if I did not update your attack value, you were meant to get a +1, so your attack should be at 3. Elaine, you are also going to get a +1 with your flower crown, so your attack is at 3. Quinn, you also get a +1, so your attack is at 3. JD, your attack should also be at 3 because of your whistle.
Yeah, I have marked.
Fabulous. The whistle has also reset, so
It's reset. Okay.
yes, the
That's gonna be
cooldown
nice.
is over. 10 minutes have passed. See, Justin, your little devious mind, you thought it was a bomb or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in
Yeah,
Tableverse, the whistle would open and it would be a spider, and the
Yeah.
spider would eat us.
And it would be like overly detailed on how creepy it was that it was like consuming us.
I just had a vine crawl up Elaine's face. I don't know about overly detailed. I like detail.
I'm so happy to be seen.
Now, let me check what time it is. Okay, we can do this. So standing before you, you see the sea of students, and the 4 of you have your patrons. One of you doesn't, but they do have spiked Pom Poms, so that's kind of cool too. And all, just to call things. Oops.
E.
And all of the, you see your ship, and from within this big crystalline ship, I picture it shaped like a plumb bob, if anybody's familiar with The Sims.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a pointy prism. It's pointy on both ends.
Never heard of it. No.
Sir.
Are you serious? Because I can describe it better.
No,
You know that I know about the Sims.
Okay.
Like, I feel like
It's-
we've had a whole conversation about the Sims.
It's like this. It's like anyway. So it's in the
Like
ground.
this.
There you go.
Thank you, Elaine.
Yeah, that is literally what a plumb bob looks like.
Perfect. From within the ship, you see it glowing, and you feel called to it, and you're like, "That's probably where I should go." Lucky for you, the sea of students parts. But there's a 3-headed monster.
Ooh.
Not 300.
This is what I had.
Is that our elf on the show?
Yeah, and it's also my favorite owl and my piggy from 8th grade Spanish.
Okay.
I'm glad we got all the backstory of it.
Naturally. And this isn't just any 3-headed people. Oh no. It is Jerry Falwell Sr., Ted Haggard, and Pat Robinson.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
I knew we were going to get through this with a little bit of follow-up.
For those unfamiliar, they're some of the bigoted worst men. One of them was allegedly, they're all like super duper anti-gay preachers.
And rich.
And rich. And there's definitely evidence to be like, oh, they're exploiting people from their money. And of course, one of them eventually was caught in like a homosexual drug-fueled relationship. So, just the typical fare as they go. But that's who stands before you. And they're saying, roll for initiative, roll for initiative, roll for initiative. Shake the book at them, Shkrin, shake the book.
Oh, I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
I got a 4.
I got a 2.
6, Ellie. 4, Elaine. 6, Quinn. 2, Justin.
You got a 1.
Justin got a 1. Gosh, no patron, and he got a 1.
Rough. Life's hard.
But he brings a lot to the table with his cheering and his creativity.
I don't need your pity.
Well, the 3-headed thing got to roll 3 dice, so naturally it has a higher initiative than all of you.
Bullshit.
And it's going to take one giant arm that's 3 times as long. It's like 3 arms. Like there's one arm and it's holding the shoulder of the next.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a weird dog. It's like my arm. And it's just
Connor, you're not a monster. We've told you this several times.
prove it. No. And it's going to swing and it's going to go after all of you. So please roll a die. Everyone, your numbers?
2.
1.
1.
6.
1, 1, 6. Justin?
3.
3.
Not been rolling well.
Okay, so it hits everyone but Elaine.
What?
for
Damn
2
it.
points of damage.
Oh, rolling high on this is good. Got it.
Yeah, I changed the rules.
Ew.
Well, I
Because
mean, yeah,
it's just
it's like
for fun, right?
it's like initiative.
But
Rolling high.
luckily, that was all it did. Now it's JD's turn.
Does anyone have a lighter?
No.
Hey.
As I said previously, I do not do drugs.
Got it. Goddamn narc sometimes. Like, jeez.
Narc. N-A-R-K. Narc.
Sure. You know what? Why not?
There's a silent G at the start, Blake.
Yeah.
Like gnome.
G-N-A-R-K.
That's
Narc.
it.
Sure.
Fucking perfect. How close am I to the
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, the crowd parted and they were like there, raring to go with their weird little mouths.
I'm gonna try what I tried before by like kicking up the skateboard and stabbing at it.
Nice. Give me a roll, please.
And I'm gonna go for the center head's neck.
Ew. Okay. I love it, but gross.
Well, because if I miss, I hit the other neck. You know?
Ooh, bonus. Bonus die for you.
Oh, okay.
And please give me a roll.
3.
3 is under. You succeed on your punk skill, and you hit that middle head, and it pops off.
Whoa.
Wait, which one? Which one was that?
That
Ow.
was. It was the owl, also
Jerry?
known as Jerry Falwell Sr.,
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was hoping for it.
who is dead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his son, very much alive.
Fair.
Boy.
You know, they can't all be winners.
Not in the fall
Next
looking in this for sure.
is going to be. Who did I say was next? I have it ready. Next is Elaine, please.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Like, I don't have to roll, right? I just make my decision.
You do have to roll. How exciting for you.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. And how did you attack?
Pitchfork.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just cruel. It's over both of them. So it's a failure. I just don't want to drag it out.
Oh,
So you're the farmer, and you threw a plant to them, and they said, "I took Zyrtec this morning."
Dang.
Um,
I tried to kill them with poison pollen.
yeah, but turns out they're already dead inside, so it didn't work.
Damn.
Next will be Ali.
Okay. So first, Nancy is going to take out her lipstick and put it on
Yes.
because
Yes.
we're about to destroy this monster, and there's probably going to be a photo op at the end of it. So.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Someone's done this before.
Yeah.
And she has actual lipstick on.
We're prepared.
You can't fight crime if you ain't cute. Niecy Nash.
And then actually, now that I have this lipstick, I'm thinking that these horrible gentlemen might feel better about themselves and their lives and other people if they had a little pop of color as well. So I'm not gonna get close to them because gross, but I am going to kind of lob, I guess, the open lipstick right at who's the pig, I guess.
That would be, try not to be rude. Let's say that's Pat Robinson.
Okay, so we're gonna literally put lipstick on a pig,
Oh,
and I'm
perfect.
going to apply the lipstick to Pat Robertson.
Can we get a roll, please?
God, I swear to God, if it's a fucking 5 or a 6, I'm gonna lose my-
Oh. Yes.
Yay.
That is a 1 for your patron skill. That skill, let me see, a 1 is a success. So that's going to go up to, so your patron skill is 5. So you got to be a little careful there.
We're almost over. It's almost done.
But, oh my god, you defeated him through the power of love, healing, and acceptance. He does feel better about himself, regrets so many past actions, donates his entire fortune in an attempt to begin his healing, and then goes off to do the work for himself, using all the resources already available without asking any of his friends.
Yay!
Good job, buddy.
Wow. Wow.
Now he's over here.
The redemption of
Bro.
Pat Robertson.
Look at
That's
us.
bro.
That
We're
is
gonna
all
we're gonna
it.
speak
did
it
it all at
into
1,000 years
existence.
And now the little twink. I shouldn't say that. Next, please, is Quinn.
Oh, okay. Malakai is afraid, but trusting in the power of the book and Baldwin.
Mm, say it louder.
Trusting in
gonna-
the power of Baldwin.
He's going to raise the book
Yes.
and summon the energy inside to push out forcefully the wind of change.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's your like ultimate move. That's like your special. Like hold X to do that.
Yeah. What emotion do you think most closely is linked to the winds of change?
Acceptance. Is that an emotion?
Is that an
Tolerant.
emotion? I think like you could be an accepting and tolerant, like you could be in a tolerant and accepting like mind state. Yeah.
Okay,
That
then
is.
yes.
Well, can I have a roll, please, to see if the acceptance hits him square in the chest?
I have a 1.
You got a 1, which is under. You succeed. It is a critical success. So your
Oh,
patron score is going to go up to 4. And the winds of change have blown so hard, so fiercely on Ted Haggard that all of his faux hate and his armor and his shame, most importantly for this particular character, is blown away. And all that's left is like a naked little boy who needs to go to therapy. And luckily, your wind was so powerful yet gentle, he landed right in a licensed therapist's office.
Good
That's
for
beautiful.
him.
So,
Good.
I pictured it just blowing his face and skin off, but that's good too.
luckily for you, because he is a monster, that did happen. And then when he landed, he was still able to go through the emotional growth, but he did live faceless for a few years, which let him introspect a lot.
It's a win-win. Won't he do it?
Oh my goodness, with your newfound powers, you took them out easy peasy. Look at you. They're done. Well done. A door in your crystal castle has opened. What do you want to do?
Take a nap.
Get out of here.
Take a nap, get out of here. You're a warden. You're a protector of the universe.
I'm still scared.
I'm gonna hop on the skateboard and ride it to the ship.
Great. Are we following JD to the ship?
I will
Let's do it.
swing one of my maces and release them, dragging me along with it.
Like
towards the
Thor's
ship.
hammer.
Thor.
Like
Yeah.
Thor's
Mjolnir.
hammer.
That's my favorite accidental thing that we've discovered.
Because I also picture it being like, ah! Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not a graceful thing,
Yeah.
you know?
He's not in
Your-
control of it.
your body just like a Looney Tune, like.
Like Leela, falling like a rag doll.
My God, Elaine, you don't have a high strength score.
Never forgive, never forget.
Yeah, you had
Well,
one arm.
Well,
Lucky
it's
rabbit.
you enter the Crystal Castle, and it's really gorge. I gotta say, it's multifaceted. It's beautiful. You've added homey touches because you have lived here a while as a team of the wardens.
Oh.
It's like your home base. It's your watchtower and your hall of justice. And someone came and knocked it out of the sky, and I think they have to pay. So you head upstairs, really confident from your recent victory. Everyone except Justin, sorry, has. Justin, do you have your phone near you, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Everyone has their item and their patron except for Justin, and you go in and you enter like the main lobby where you've had all these memories of like being pressed to the floor with G-force, and you see the pedestals that each have like a mark where you could put your weapon or your magical item, pardon me. And you're like, oh, easy as pie. Let's just go put those in the pedestals and get this party rocking. And that's where I'll leave you for the moment. What would you like to do?
This place looks way different.
Yeah. I mean, it did crash.
So,
So
We just need to restart the engines.
I think we all need to take our rightful places here and accept that we need to keep on the legacy of those who have come before.
Did all of this feel too easy?
No?
No, I was terrified the whole time. But we're back now. And I have what I need. We all have what we need.
Malakai,
Yeah.
I feel like this
Every
this
single one of us.
particular throne just it speaks to me that you belong on it. Do you want to try taking your place?
I will. Malakai takes his seat.
And do you want to try to place your book in your little pedestal?
Yeah.
Uh-oh!
It explodes.
We're all dead. Game over.
Sorry, that's how life is. No, Malakai, you're sitting in your seat, and as you go to place your book down, the smoke rises up from under your tush of all places and launches you across the room, shrouding all of your 5 pedestals in that mist. Let me get your character names going. Malakai, M-Stone, Nancy, and Roger are all pushed to the ground, slammed to the ground, and held down by the smoke. Only one left standing is Blake Donovan, and he grabs his mace, pom maces, and the smoke pushes you against the wall and holds you there. And it's the same figure from before, and this is the ascot it's wearing, and there's a reason for that.
It's little Luca.
I'm killing again. No.
Fred from Scooby Doo.
Pride.
And as the
It was a beard.
as the smoke gets closer, the smoke falls away, and the smoke is revealed to be none other but Aaron Schock. Unfamiliar with Aaron Schock? Don't worry. He's a former ultra-conservative congressman who was severely anti-gay rights, but the entire time was cozying up to exclusively white twinks. Now, he has come out and would love to be immediately accepted while still exclusively cozying up to white twinks and posing shirtless on Insta. That's a longer conversation to have. And before you send me hate mail, I do have one thing to ask you. Roll for initiative.
That
As
wasn't
you
a
roll.
question.
As you roll, tell me your numbers and I'll tell you what happens.
I got a
2.
3.
Allie got a 3. Quinn got a 2.
6.
JD got a 6.
I got a 3.
Elaine got a 3. Justin got a
5.
5. That's not a 2. That's a 5. No. Okay.
It's my camera's mirrored.
Oh, Aaron didn't do well, so that's good for you. Unfortunately, Aaron is surrounded by a few hundred pick-me gays. If you're unfamiliar with that concept, it's people who are willing to sacrifice their own rights to be validated by someone who's considered traditionally hot. In this case, it's Aaron. Unfortunate. Again, this is all real. This is all real life that we're all living, just every day. So Aaron pushes Justin, aka Blake, against the crystalline wall. Everybody else is held down under the shadow, completely unable to move. Their light is trying to shine through the shadow, but Aaron's is stronger thanks to the power of all the pick-me gays. Thank you, Quinn. And he says, I don't even know his voice, it's probably stupid. No. He says, who are you, the cheerleader, Blake Donovan? You think that these Pom Poms will protect you? You think this weapon will protect you? Ridiculous. And then, Justin, you hear whispered from your patron something that I just texted you on Facebook Messenger. Feel free to change it your way, but that's the gist.
Okay.
You think these Pom Poms are here to protect you, Blake?
One moment, please.
You're
Hold on.
telling me?
Normally we edit this out.
You're telling me these Pom Poms are here to protect you, Blake?
Am I meant to read this? I don't.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The Pom Poms were there to protect you. Silence.
My true name! Aaron Chuck is flown backwards, and Justin's pom-poms fall from his body. Finally, the wounds instantly heal, and he feels, I would say, like the golden gray light of his patron fall on him. And who is it but the one, the only, Alvin Ailey? You're unfamiliar, one of the most prolific choreographers, like has toured internationally, still has a company that tours. The body alone, and the dancers still, it's just like, it is the pinnacle, it is the work, and it has been for however many decades. Like, I just don't know what it's like to be on the cutting edge for that long. I don't know what it's like to be on the cutting edge, let alone for that long. This is me on the cutting edge, so sorry. It's Alvin Ailey, and he reminds you, Justin, that your greatest power is within yourself. You don't need pom-poms, you don't need anything extra. You just need yourself, your body, and your determination. So as your pom-poms fall away, finally released from them, Justin, you get a grand +3 attack. Ooh. The silence, hearing its true name, recedes back from the room, and all the pick-me-gays swarm it quickly like it's dropped a drink token. They come.
Connor's a bartender, guys.
They come and they pick him up and they sort of just mold together and they become first, oh my god, just 20 feet tall? No, taller. 60 feet tall, even taller, until 100-foot tall Aaron Shock stands before you. You feel your patrons with you, and your light and your power is there. But even the mere steps of this creature crack the floor of your crystal castle. You see light and steam shooting up between these cracks, and you know that is the end for you all. Do you have anything you'd like to say to each other?
With our powers combined.
Fabulous. Anybody else? Last word?
It's been a short life, but I'm grateful to all of you for having been my friends.
I am also happy that all of you are my friends. F-R-I-E.
No, Blake.
Give him a
Quit.
chance.
No.
Quit while you're
Don't.
ahead.
No,
Quit
let him
while
try.
you're ahead.
He did it! He spelled friends right!
Yay!
Good job,
Character
Blake.
growth.
Great job, Blake. I didn't actually want you to die that when you fell down the hole the first time.
Next
Cheerleaders.
time around,
Cheerleaders never say die. D-Y-E.
Aw, damn it.
God damn it.
Well,
two
Well.
steps back.
you were close.
Good thing you're pretty.
That everything you feel like you've said your last words?
Next time around, I'm gonna laugh more. I'm gonna love more, and just not be so afraid.
That's right.
That's it.
Hey, y'all, if this is when it ends, going out, fighting against all evil, the four of you, I wouldn't change a damn thing. Oh my god.
Oh, you said damn. Growth. Still growth.
I'm so sorry about that chlamydia rumor I started.
Yeah, that wasn't nice.
It wasn't nice.
But also, Malakai, was very transparently you from the
Yeah.
beginning.
It was me.
Also, no one believed I'm cool enough to get chlamydia, really.
Nancy, I believed you were cool enough, and Roger's gonna offer a hand.
And Nancy's gonna.
They're gonna jump one last time into this unknown.
And the floor cracks open and you fall into the light. But luckily for you, as you're falling and burning up in the engines of your ship, you all were so nice. And because of the power of your patrons, and to you, gentle listener, the power of all queer people, is community!
Yay!
Woo!
light bursts through the floor, and in 5 like little like stars, like pew 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 pew, you are now riding fucking Zords. Hi. These are all animals that have naturally expressed homosexual behavior. So that's what we get to pick. M Stone, you're going to be riding a swan. 3.
Wow.
Malakai, you shall be on a fox. Nancy, you are riding a dolphin, which have many layers of teeth and they're very scary and nobody knows that. Blake Donovan, you are riding a horse. And Roger, you are riding a wrasse, which is a type of fish.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and they change their sex based on like what the
What's
community
needed.
needs.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like they're not the only fish that does that. So I got to learn a lot too.
I know some gays like that.
On your Zords, how exciting for you. You all get +2 attack.
Oh.
So Quinn, you're going to be at 5. Elaine, you are at 5. Justin, you are at 6. Mr. Glass Cannon. Allie and JD, you are both at 5. And then the Zords have 4 health. So they will take health before you get hit. Or they will take hits, before you get hit.
Gotcha.
And after they die, like you'll lose the pluses, but it's still kind of exciting for you. Aaron Shock is 100 feet tall. You're flying on your Zords. We have the initiative order. First to go is JD. Flying on what animal?
Swan.
Correct.
Because they are just as angry as Stone is all the time.
What are you gonna do? I remember you have your whistle. You control water. And Greg
Control
Louganis.
water? Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
it was
water,
just like a
healing.
healing thing.
Greg Louganis.
I didn't know it was both. Yeah, okay, even better. We're like, we fell into a pit, right? Is that it?
You fell into like the bowels of the ship, but now the whole ship is cracked open, and you're all just in the sky in this big decimated field where 100-foot Aaron Shock is walking around being like, I like vodka. That's a direct quote. He said that.
As the swan is flying up towards him, I'm gonna blow the whistle to start like a downpour of rain just on him as he's like the monster thing is marching.
Oh no, I'm
Like-
all wet. I should take my shirt off. And he does, and now he has a shirt whip.
Oh no! What did I do?
This is like boss stage 2.
Okay, that's your like action. Do you want to? I guess everyone's move action is probably just like swirling around, so don't worry about that. It's sort of just like actions.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
JD has armed the villain. No, I'm kidding.
That's what it feels like. It feels like
You
I
took
just
off the
armed
sheet
him.
of armor, so that's something.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go with that.
Next will be Justin, please.
All right. So Blake is going to transform his horse Zord into its like midway between like horse and humanoid shapes. So it's like got the head of the horse, but like the body of a person, and then is going to.
Justin, this isn't a horror or a kink tabletop role-playing game. So.
Well, I mean, when you say Zords, like what season of Power Rangers do you mean?
What season do you think I mean? Mystic Fort? No, I'm kidding.
Mystic Force.
The only good one is the Power Rangers movie with Amy Jo Johnson, or the sequel where she goes, "I prefer pink."
Bam. And is going to use that Zord to cartwheel like no Zord has ever cartwheeled before, and then
Heck yeah!
once the cartwheel ends, bash him in the face with one of his
Just give me
hooved hooves.
Give me a roll, please. And tell me, do you want to go from a cheerleader or your patron score for this one? Because it sounds like a mix of both.
Patron.
Correct.
So that's a 3.
3 on the money. You hit. You tumble, and you hit him right in the ear, which, ouch. And you hit Aaron for 6 damage.
Nice.
Unfortunately, he's a little unfazed.
No, unfortunately.
Now you know how we feel.
After Justin is Aaron. So I'm just going to find his attack strength. Okay. He, as we said, has that new wet whip. He winds it up, gums it, and is tracking this weird horse spiraling thing. It's sticking out to him because it's scary. And he flicks his wet t-shirt out, rolling, and he gets a 5, which is over. It is a failure. It misses the spinning horse, whips right behind you. And next up is Allie.
Yeah, I should have thought about this.
After Allie is Elaine, and after Elaine is Quinn, for everyone's preparation.
Sweating so much. Okay. I'm going to feel like I have to use my politician, because he's a politician.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's like when you, like oil removes oil.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Fighting fire with fire, which is how you put out fire.
And fire was invented in 1993.
Yeah.
Oh no, my house is on fire. Let me just light this match.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to not. Oh no, Elaine. It's gone.
She's done.
Well, rest in power.
Well, does that screw up the?
The rest of
It
power.
does.
She should be back in a moment, yeah?
Probably.
I know the YouTube stream stopped as well.
It did.
Oh, it did.
I think so. Last I checked, it was stopped, but I thought, hey, Elaine. You're muted, yeah.
Sorry, my internet crapped out.
You're fine. And Elaine is now Quinn. It's fine.
It's okay.
Allie, what are you? You're politicianing.
Politicking. All right. So, riding my dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is he?
You're all just zooming around. Movement
Okay,
is not
so
an issue.
That's
Yeah.
not. The space is not a concern. Okay. Mr. Shock, you of all people should know authenticity is the only way to succeed in politics. And then, which is not true.
Under her breath.
But it's what Nancy said. And then she's going to take out her pin yet again and turn it into the throwing star and say, "This is for all of our brothers and sisters who you've betrayed."
Hey, right to the heart of things. Give me a roll, please.
Good. It'll probably be a 6. Oh, it's a 1. Okay.
Oh my God! Wow. Just because you're at a 2, it's so
Swear to
hard.
God, I know. And that's why I chose the politician also, because my patron was already at 5.
Yes. Okay, so your politician's now at 3. Well done, and that's a critical success. So you do double damage. What's your current damage?
What?
Do you know?
My damage?
I can check if not. Let me see.
I don't know.
Your
attack.
like your attack roll. Your attack roll is 5.
My attack is 3, right?
Oh, but you got upgraded because of Zords.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
didn't add that.
And you did double because it's critical. So that is 10 damage. You went right for the heart of the matter. So he is bleeding down the chest, but unfortunately, the Pickneys who are kind of supporting him think it's sexy that he's like injured and damaged.
We can
So
save him. We can save him.
Exactly. I'm going to be special. The bad boy will pick me, and that proves my worth because I am different and special. That's a self-read.
Tired.
He is still kicking, and next, Allie just went. Next is Elaine.
Well, Roger on board is Zord.
What's your animal again?
I have a fish, but I don't remember the exact kind of fish.
The wrasse.
the Wrasse. How do you spell that?
Wrasse.
Cool. On board his Wrasse.
Or Raish,
Roger,
I'm not saying.
I'm pretty sure it is. Roger is going to use the powers of Marsha P. Johnson to call up some plant roots and vines to try and trip Aaron Chalk down.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're gonna trip him? This is just like, I swear I didn't plan this, but this is basically just She-Ra on Netflix. So everyone give that a watch.
Love She-Ra. I don't know how to calculate my bonuses with the Zord and my hero power.
That's fine. What'd you roll?
A 4.
You rolled a 4. A 4 is over both of your stats right now.
Okay.
That is a failure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But let's say, because he's walking around, it's a failure, but the plants still grew.
Okay.
And they are around him,
Mhm.
and they're not a traditionally masculine scent, so he is annoyed. And he is threatened.
I'll take that.
Yeah, whatever. So.
Also,
next-
the plants are getting the water from all the rain that I'm making.
Lovely.
all
It
down
all
on
connects. It's all planned.
Yeah, totally.
It's all scripted.
And minus 10 health to Elaine.
That would kill me.
It's all plant. Come on. Quinn is bringing up the rear.
Okay.
What you got going on? What's your animal? Fox? Is that right?
Fox. So I will tell Aaron I am not your Negro. And I will take my animal, the mighty tail of the fox, and I will whip it with a great wind,
Nice.
blowing and messing up his perfect white boy hair.
The weak point. Do you want to give me a roll, please?
Yes. A 1.
You got a 1, which is a critical success. When you blow this wind, what emotion is flowing behind the wind? As if you just read a whole novel trying to make him feel this.
It would be what's the other emotion? Righteousness, is that an emotion? No, about a feeling of let's say shame. He should be ashamed of himself. Okay. That's what
Okay.
we'll go with.
Well, you got a critical success, which is 10 points. That will blow Aaron's hair to the wrong side, which doesn't flatter his face. But it's also going to blow up his ascot. And it's going to knock him the F over. He
Not
falls.
an
Yeah. He falls, and the pygmies scatter. Because they can't have someone who lies on the ground. And they dissipate into that black and glitter gunpowder mess. And he lays on the ground, defeated. He is back to normal size, just Aaron size. And you all sort of are hovering around him like vultures on your Zords. And as he's crawling, he tries to crawl towards the crystal to take it back. And before he passes out, his eyes go really wide and he looks at all of you and he says, I see it. I was afraid I was wrong. I need to read a book and take some time alone, introspecting, and make amends for the incalculable damage that And he passes out. And as he falls into space to go do the work, a big, like black cloud comes up from his body and zooms into the crystal, and all of your Zords follow it because you're ready. You know you need to eradicate it, get it on out of there. And when you go in, it's trapped and scared in a corner. This like little cloud of fog and like a storm cloud is trapped in the corner. And your Zords fly in and they dissipate as they land you inside the crystal, and your 5 pedestals are there and they're glowing, pulsing, just waiting for you. What would you like to do?
Take a seat.
I think we take our spots.
You all take your spots and you put your sacred objects in. You hear the ship powering up and the cracks in the crystal all heal, and you feel it like and starts to glow from inside, and the air conditioning comes on, thank you God. And you feel it sort of getting ready to vibrate, and then In a single flash, you're out in space. The ship is repaired. The storm cloud that was within your chamber is gone, and you can see the view screens outside. That this thing that had called itself the Silence, that had taken Aaron Shakti's form, is crowding back and away from your base as it shines brighter and it's propelled away by your power, but it still occupies the greater cosmos. And as it does that, you all stand there and you watch it and you sort of think to yourselves, what can we do? This work seems endless. You don't have the energy, you don't have the resources, but then you hear things from this past day, things that you all have said. Malakai, you hear, we all have what we need with our powers combined. Nancy, you hear, we go together. Roger, you hear, you're gonna fall or you're gonna jump. I'm so grateful for my friends. M. Stone, you hear, I didn't want you to die. And Blake Donovan, you hear, do what you can for others. And as those voices of your own memories bounce around in your skull, your patrons come up behind you and they give you a little kiss on the back of the head, and they take those words in themselves and fly off into the cosmos, chasing the Silence, these dark gray clouds, away, and then turning into bands of light that are rainbow colored and pink and blue and purple and black and brown and everything in between, separating, going through and sort of chasing this cloud around space. And it's like, what are you going to do? It's like Tom and Jerry, until far off in the distance, one of the bands collides with something, and it's a planet. And it seems to just grow and proliferate, and all of a sudden the planet is growing, and another one happens over here, and another one over here, and there's just this light that takes over the whole universe, and the Silence has nowhere to go. It's a chain reaction. It keeps trying to hide, but the lights just keep coming on. You have left it no ground, nowhere to turn, and it withers in your light, and the light you've shared, and it keeps growing. And congratulations, you have won, and no one even died.
Yay!
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 I can't believe no one died. I had all these contingencies in case people died too early.
Connor, what a cool game.
That was
Good
so
job.
That
fun.
was really fun. That was a blast.
Very good job.
Thank you. I tried.
Well, Connor, what was it like being on that side?
Very fun to like make something and then get to see people play it. It's like a much quicker feedback than what I get a lot of other sort of art that I do. A one shot was cool because I was like, oh, I don't want to railroad them. But at the same time, I was like, it's a one shot, so it's sort of okay if they follow along a plot a little stricter. Like if this was a regular tabletop game, I would have felt like I was constraining you quite a bit. But I was like, this is a plot and I need them to get to these rooms. And then you also went off plot very early. You were supposed to figure out how to stop the gears in the classroom.
I was thinking about that. And I was thinking about throwing my throwing star at the gears.
Yeah.
which
Or
was
the paint can, or the farming tool.
Well,
or
and I was thinking of staying by the door, but then you guys all talked about moving to the window, and then someone said we all moved to the window. I was like, well, I was going to stay by the door, but I guess we're moved to the
You
window.
could have done that.
Yes,
It's
that
all
sounds
good.
right.
Like it's fun. We came through it. We made decisions, and here we
No,
are.
it was great. Yeah.
We did it
I
our
didn't
way.
see someone falling into the floor by accident. That was what I hadn't planned for.
Justin. It was really fun to have Justin on our team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
For
really
once.
fun.
Yeah.
For what?
Cool.
Justin being for us is a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Wild card.
No, it was way cool, and like all the ways that you made the cheerleader own. I mean, Allie sent me this message earlier today about how the pin works, and I was like, this is a detailed mechanism. Like, this is cool, and it had like these 4 different positions of like, when it's like this, and then you can lock the star, and it like made sense if it was something to fabricate. It's like, yes, it needs a lock, and it needs to be able to throw. It was very cool. Yeah, and everybody using their powers cool. I hope the patrons were cool. There's
They
so
were
many
very
to choose
cool.
from.
It was.
I just tried to pick 5 that were great. The trivia was very fun. I was worried that would be missed, and I think it was enjoyable. I hope.
It was.
It
No,
was a lot of fun.
it just made me ashamed of my lack of knowledge on some stuff.
Well, I mean, if that spurs you, I mean, we all, like, I don't know everything. I had to Google things to get exact dates. The only reason I know 1946 is truly because of this TikTok someone made the other day that's like a rhyme and she's dancing with it. And now I know that. And it makes me feel great to know that.
There you go.
Arm yourselves with knowledge. Thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for doing all this work and putting all this effort into it. It was great.
Seriously,
But,
it's really good.
I loved my patron. I don't know if there's any way that you could have known this, Connor, but where Brianna and I went to school, which was AMDA, the Alvin Ailey dance school is very near our college. So when we would walk to go to lunch and everything, we would see the Alvin Ailey students dancing in their studios and stuff.
Holy cow.
So
I
really
mean, I
cool.
still just, the subway ads alone, it's like, how do people do that? And
Insane.
still frames. It's crazy.
Rightfully so.
Well,
Uh,
that's sort of that. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
I hope
And-
that. Go ahead, JD.
I was just gonna thank everyone for watching.
I hope this is definitely a different experience for anyone that listens to the podcast because you're not usually looking at our faces and you're usually not getting the raw experience like this.
Unedited. Uncut.
It's a different experience for us too because we're usually all in person, with face to face. Well, eye to eye because we have the boxes
The
in front
microphone.
of us.
I
But
don't,
still, yeah, it's different.
I don't
It
know.
was fun. It was fun to set up here in support of the Okra Project. Still, please donate if you have the means.
Please.
And we'll put that on our Instagram as well. And then there's a few other orgs that at least have come to my attention recently because of one of the rallies we went to the other day. But those are all, I could put those on my personal Insta story or whatever. But there's tons of places to give. If you have any questions of where to give or how you can make an impact monetarily, ask one of us. I'm sure we can answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Very
for
true.
sure.
Yes.
I think we all have lists.
And there's a list that's specifically for Black Lives Matter. There's a list of resources pinned to the top of our Twitter account for people. And we could probably include the Okra Project and others in that list as well. No reason not to.
It's very true.
All right.
All right. Meh.
I think
That's what, I've
it.
never seen the end of a stream.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How do we end it?
We live here now.
They usually wrap it up with a phrase or something, some sort of sign off. But we
Phrase.
don't have that.
Great.
Great.
Look at
We do.
something you
We
want to
do. We have bye and we have you're not here.
You're not here. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're not here. We will
Yeah,
no
none of
longer
us are
be
here.
None of us are
Yeah.
here.
say. Are here.
We're all in space.
I've got it. I know what it's going to be. But before that, these fireworks are driving me crazy.
That's a whole other
That's-
problem.
What was
Wow.
it?
Is that from our apartment, Connor?
No, it's Justin's.
That's
Ours
mine.
hasn't
That's
started.
mine. Yeah.
They stopped over here.
They
Yeah.
didn't stop here.
They moved 3 blocks that way for the past 3 nights, and now they've come back. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know if you guys here can see it in the stream, but every 5 minutes or so, there's a little Kobach that comes up and changes the thing at the bottom of the screen. It's really cool.
Ah,
I can't see it.
It's really
I'm
cool.
what? We can go back and look at the whole thing.
Yeah,
and
you
we'll
go back
Yeah,
and get it.
yeah.
Too. It's,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
I've had a
really
lot of
cool.
requests to watch to watch the recording of the stream. So just,
Yeah.
Where will that be?
So that'll be available on YouTube mostly. We'll share links on Twitter and Instagram and all the places where you usually get info about the show. And it should be available on Twitch as well. I just have to figure out.
I think they
how to do that.
automatically bank it.
They do,
Okay,
but
great.
there's extra little thing you got to do. I'll do it so that people can watch it later.
Okay.
Unless anyone has anything else to say, I think I have the sign off for us.
Let's do
Do
it.
it.
Bye and thank you. Yeah.
What is it?
Okay. So
Bye, everybody.
until we are all together, face to face again, take
It's
a
too
step.
long.
Wow.
Let's all say
Say-
together.
You've ruined it.
Long. LAWNG.
Blake's best spelling.
Until we are all able to be together again, face to face. Take a step out into the night and look up at the sky and remember that we are all as numerous as the stars.
Yay! Happy Pride. Thank you, everyone.
Happy
I love
Pride.
you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Yeah, happy Pride.
Much love.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.